Bitcoin mining is getting huge adoption. We have a new company with a $500 million mining company that's going to be launched in North Dakota. However, President Biden is about to put out a bill that will regulate the energy usage by Bitcoin miners. This is big, and I want to break down the details. And then tomorrow, we have a big vote in New York around the energy bill that is related to crypto mining. So lots to talk about here on that front. And we have the Winklevoss twins who founded Gemini, the crypto exchange. They're getting sued by the CFTC. This is a big update that you guys need to know about if you're using Gemini. Let's break it down. Welcome back to the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. If you are new here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as the thumbs up button, and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform, please give me a 5-star rating. Quick word from our sponsor, and that is Linkto, which makes private equity investment easy. It democratizes private equity investment because a lot of the companies, especially crypto companies, many of us don't have access to. Unless you're part of a hedge fund or an investment firm, you can't go get shares in Ripple or Uphold or some of these other crypto companies like BlockFi. But Linkto is bringing that to the table for the everyday person who is accredited. So it's a great platform that gives you the option to double dip, as I've talked about with hedge funds and investment firms. That's what they're doing in this current asset class. They're buying the tokens, but also investing in the companies building the infrastructure. You have the ability to do the same, double dip, and make money on both fronts. So this is a huge opportunity. I am a user of Linkto, so this is awesome. You guys can check it out and see if it's right for you. But they've got some great crypto companies, and they are adding more as well. So be sure to check it out. Link in the description. Now, guys, I want to give you a heads up. We have a big day on Tuesday, June 7th. Guys, two big things happening. One, Senator Cynthia Lummis and Senator Gillibrand will have their full draft crypto regulation bill release. This is one we want to pay attention to. Bipartisan support, and this is kind of the maybe third iteration, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm going to try to get an interview with Senator Lummis and bring her on the channel again and talk about this. But this should be comprehensive regulations. But as Ron Hammond of the Blockchain Association said, they may chop it up and take bits and pieces of it. But the idea is it's setting the bar right at a higher level and making things better and easier for future bills to be passed. Second, we have that SEC Ripple hearing where they're going to talk about Bill Hinman's speech and emails, and you can call in publicly, guys. So it's going to be a big day on Tuesday. I want to let you all know about that. Just be on the lookout. Let's see what happens on June 7th. Now, here's some big news. Bitcoin miner Bitzero has announced plans to build a $500 million facility in North Dakota. Wow, my friends. Talk about investment, right? That's a lot of money. And I've been talking about it for years. And of course, within the past year, we saw the Bitcoin mining hash rate control move to North America, where the United States is leading. China is no longer in the lead. So very significant. I told you guys it was coming, right? The macroeconomic battle for control of Bitcoin mining. And while the US government has not come out and formally, endorse Bitcoin mining, there's some news I want to share what the Biden administration is going to do. They are allowing it, and they're allowing big time investments. A lot of these Bitcoin miners are public, right? Riot Blockchain, Marathon Digital Holdings, and so forth. So we're seeing adoption. We see big players. We see a lot of capital being invested, and obviously huge mining facilities happening in Texas as well. However, on that note, the White House to craft a Bitcoin mining policy addressing energy use. The Biden administration is reportedly crafting policies intended to lower energy consumption and emissions from Bitcoin mining. So some people who are anti-Bitcoin and just wanted to see Bitcoin fail, they were like, oh, see, they're going to ban Bitcoin mining. they're not banning anything. What they are going to do is regulate it and say, hey, you can only use certain types of energy sources or renewable and so forth. So this is not a negative. This is actually good. It's going to help Bitcoin because, as I've been talking about, there are companies that have compliance ESG concerns, and they will only hold Bitcoin, like Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, has been saying, that come from clean energy. And that is the future we're going to see, where a lot of companies are going to audit. Where did this Bitcoin that I'm holding, was it mined? Was it mined in China? We don't want it. Was it mined in Russia? We don't want it. Was it mined in the United States or New Zealand, where they're using clean energy and so on and so forth? We'll buy it, right? So you got to think about this and what's happening, guys. And remember what Fed Chair Jerome Powell said back in of Q4 last year. He said there's no plan to ban Bitcoin or crypto. That's not the plan, guys. So in March 2022, President Biden signed an executive order in a whole of government approach to regulate the broader cryptocurrency market. Per the executive order's timeline, a report is expected to be released in August detailing climate impact and other governing concerns. And they're looking to craft this, and obviously this is specifically around energy consumption and emissions footprint of Bitcoin and other proof of work cryptocurrencies. So we'll see what comes out. Here is a quote from, well, let me back up here. The publication said it spoke to the principal assistant director for energy for the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy, Costa Samaras, who offered some insight into the impending policy attempts. Here's a quote. It's important, if this is going to be part of our financial system in any meaningful way, that it's developed responsibly and minimizes total emissions. Samaras reportedly said, when we think about digital assets, it has to be a climate and energy conversation. So this is big, guys. And once again, there's no ban of Bitcoin mining. It's rather, where are they getting the energy? Are they, using it right? And so on and so forth. So this is more of a green light of regulating it, and it's going to allow more money to come into Bitcoin mining. And just as the news I just shared, right, $500 million facility going to be built in North Dakota. You think these folks will be raising this capital to do this if they knew there's a risk of bans happening? Of course not. Read through the lines here, right, guys? And we see big time players are backing Bitcoin miners. Now, globally, we're seeing energy companies. It seems like every day or week, we're seeing new energy companies coming out and saying, we're using our surplus energy to mine Bitcoin. Here, Kenya's largest electricity producer to offer surplus power to Bitcoin miners. And it's just amazing what's happening. KenGen, Kenya's largest energy producer, plans to deliver excess geothermal energy to Bitcoin miners in the region. Huge adoption, guys. And as this starts to grow globally, this will be a huge catalyst for the price increase of Bitcoin and obviously the altcoins, because the capital flows from Bitcoin into the altcoins. Huge adoption news. Now, there are some challenges, however, in New York State. They've been working on this energy bill, and it's around crypto mining. And folks in the industry have been trying to fight this, like the Blockchain Association. Kristen Smith tweeted out the following: "We're in the home stretch of the effort to block the anti-crypto bill being considered in the New York State legislature, but we're not out of the woods yet. We're asking pro-tech New Yorkers to make your voice heard here." And she provided a link, or call your New York State senator. And, she mentioned, we've made great progress making our points about how misguided and harmful this bill would be for New York's developing digital asset economy, but we need a final show of support to demonstrate the coalition of businesses plus labor plus everyday New Yorkers who oppose the legislation. And then Barry Silbert of the digital currency group, Grayscale, CoinDesk, and so forth, he tweeted at Senator Tim Kennedy saying, "We're one of the biggest employers in Western New York with 150 employees in Rochester, and we're building a second massive office in Buffalo. This moratorium, my goodness, bill is a job killer and sends a terrible message to crypto entrepreneurs. Please support innovation and vote no." So I don't think they're going to go through this. And even if they do, there's going to be some reversal because there's too many crypto companies and a lot of lobbying being done by crypto companies now. So once again, we got to keep at it to make sure, there's clarity in the different states as well as on the federal level. But, we got these folks like the blockchain associations and others who are, fighting for that clarity. Now, guys, here's some not so good news for the Winklevoss twins. And I've interviewed them. They're great guys. I respect the hell out of them as entrepreneurs and how, early they were with Bitcoin and adopting it. But there's some not so good news coming out here from the CFTC. Now, I want to say I don't have all the facts, and they're going to go through the legal process. So I'm not here to say, hey, they definitely did this and they're wrong. I'm just reporting the news, and we'll have to wait and see. But Frank Chaparro of The Block, he tweeted out, Gemini lied to regulators about giving market makers rebates, according to the CFTC. He said, brutal. And he said, well, let me read the article here. The CFTC steps up crypto enforcement, sues exchange Gemini for false statements. Gemini made false or misleading statements to the CFTC in 2017 in the Bitcoin futures contract evaluation, according to the agency. So I'm not going to go through everything here, guys, but definitely not good. This is the time when we got the Luna situation. Congress is looking to regulate crypto as well as stable coins. And then if they find out exchanges have been doing shady stuff, it's not good. It adds more roadblocks and hurdles that we have to get over. But we'll see what happens. So in a lawsuit filed in the Southern District of New York, the CFTC claimed the company's founders, brothers Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss, in 2017 made false or misleading statements to the watchdog during the exchange's application for Bitcoin futures contracts, which the CFTC said could have been susceptible to market manipulation. In a statement, the CFTC said it will seek a disgorgement of ill-gotten gains, monetary penalties, and injunctions related to registration and trading and against further violations of the Commodity Exchange Act. So not a good look, but once again, not passing any judgments. I'm not saying they absolutely did that. This could be an error, of course, but we'll see what happens, right? I think we have to be careful. Just because there was a lawsuit filed doesn't mean that they did something wrong. Just look at the Ripple situation, right? And what's happening there. So hopefully they can get through this, settle it, and if there is something there, and move on, right, and clear up some things. So the other part of this too, guys, Gemini, they join a list of crypto exchanges that are halting and pausing hiring, and some have laid off folks. So Gemini actually they cut 10% of their staff. Now, this is not uncommon. I've been through different bear markets here in the crypto market. I absolutely understand the pausing because these are companies. They have to maintain profitability, bottom line, right? They got to obviously make money and survive, and that's normal within crypto businesses as well as any other business. However, the layoffs are a bit concerning that they had to do that. And it's, once again, we're in a bear market right now, whether it's long-term or short-term, they got to make moves. So something you guys should know about, and hopefully they don't have to, do more, and they manage their revenue and their business well, where, during these times, they don't have to lay off people, but clearly some of them do. And Gemini is not a large exchange. It's a small exchange. They're not on the level of Coinbase or Binance or FTX for that matter. Or OKX for that matter. They are on the smaller side. So we'll see how things progress. BitMEX, Wenbit, Bitzero have cut staff in recent months as well. Now, here's something interesting, and the expansion continues. Despite the bear market, Crypto.com secures provisional approval to open crypto exchange in Dubai. We saw that FTX got this, Binance and Bybit. So the expansion is continuing, my friends. These exchanges are going after different regions and different markets because they know mass adoption is coming. Look at this. Binance partners with The Weeknd. And many of you know The Weeknd is a musical artist for the first crypto-powered world tour. So the marketing is heating up as well. This is a big move by Binance. This was announced today. And his global concert tour will integrate Web3 technology. And obviously, there's probably going to be a lot of Binance logos plastered everywhere. But look at where we've come from, and look where we're at, guys. Where mass marketing happening, these companies, exchanges, and many more paying millions of dollars in these big promotional deals. It's significant. And remember, as a business, you're doing marketing to drive demand and awareness and brand building. And if you know that, hey, there's not a future, or if there wasn't a future for this market, they wouldn't be doing this, because no one wants to lose money. Right, guys? And the fact that they're doing this, partnering with some of the big names, is significant. It shows that they have the macro view, the long-term outlook. And, obviously I'm hoping the price bounces up again later this year. And, we see new all-time highs and things along those lines, but that's not guaranteed, but it could happen next year, right? And you go through the bull market halving cycles and so forth. Now, along with expansion, we're seeing, once again, like almost every week, a new VC firm, investment firm that is dedicated to crypto popping up. It's a new VC fund to focus on crypto infrastructure builders. Canonical Crypto's $20 million fund backed by individuals at A16Z Coinbase Ventures. So it's like these, once again, these guys are just popping up. Hey, we just got $100 million. We're going to invest in crypto. And then some of them are brand new VC firms. Some of them are legacy, and they're, dipping their toes into the crypto market. So pretty amazing. Canonical Crypto, led by longtime Silicon Valley operator Anon Lyer, said Thursday it raised $20 million in an oversubscribed round for its inaugural fund. Backers include Coinbase Ventures, Shen Agarwal, I'm saying that right, and A16Z's Mark Andreessen and Chris Dixon, as well as Hasib Qureshi from Dragonfly Capital and Amy Wu of FTX Ventures. Now, you may recognize some exchange names here: FTX, Coinbase, and we talked about in yesterday's video. These exchanges are building VC arms and divisions, and they're going out and investing in companies, guys. And I don't blame them. Smart move, right? They're making money in their normal businesses, but they're also going and investing in the companies that are building. Finally, Kwon, who's of course the founder of Terra, Luna, is unlikely to face prison time. This is according to the CNBC report here, for $60 billion. UST crypto wipeout. Fines and lawsuits are more likely. So he may be dodging a bullet here. I've been seeing memes comparing him to Bernie Madoff. So look, I don't think he was out to scam people or do anything bad. I think he didn't build UST that well, and the algorithmic stablecoin had flaws in it and not enough collateral backing it. So he set himself up for failure here, but I don't think he's out there trying to scam people. So, but look, he's not in the United States, and we'll see if he faces any jail time, but he might, or maybe not, or they just find the hell out of him. But we'll see what happens. But it's amazing that this is getting covered by CNBC, right? Crypto getting mainstream coverage, guys, and we're still early. Pretty amazing what's happening. All right, guys, that's the news. What are your thoughts once again on the Bitcoin mining expansion and the White House putting together some policy to address energy usage, and the Winklevoss twins and the CFTC lawsuit? Not good. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and I'll talk to you all later.